us not to be illiterate like us. We want them to be educated.
O bilíngue é mais melhor do que indo só do branco. Tem que ser bilíngue.
Today, there are some 370 million indigenous peoples living in more than 70 countries. Sometimes as majorities, but more often as minorities.
I am indigenous to this turtle island. Our teachings tell us that the Creator placed us here as caretakers of the land. The animals, all living things, that we were placed here with a responsibility.
We believe that our communities have evolved in certain ecosystems. We live with the land, we work with the land, and we care for the land.
La flora y la fauna más rica que se encuentra en estos momentos en el planeta está en los territorios indígenas. Y eso porque hemos sido guardianes de esto toda una vida y queremos que esto siga sirviendo para la humanidad, pero sin destruirlo.
You put a map of where the indigenous peoples are and where the biodiversity hotspots are, you will find out that there is a perfect match. And it is not an accident. They have taken care of their environment for centuries, and they will continue to do so as long as there is no external agent, whether it's a multinational or a state government, that tries to appropriate their territory.
La situación de nuestros pueblos es muy diferente desde el punto de vista educativo, quizás de salud, pero hay un eje común entre nuestros pueblos que nos afecta negativamente. Vivimos dentro de un sistema económico mundial que muchas veces nuestros hermanos no están preparados para soportar los cambios económicos en el mundo.
Aqui, ó, nós moramos aqui. Agora pra cá, tudo derrubado, tudo derrubado. O único lugar só é aqui, ó.
Aqui é tudo plantação de soja.
Só soja, só até em outra cidade.
Nós não queremos desenvolvimento, nós queremos uma sustentabilidade que garanta para a gente a sobrevivência digna dentro das nossas terras.
Indigenous peoples want to be able to choose their mode of development. They want to be able to, if they wish, integrate partly to the mainstream development efforts or partly keep their own development systems or simply completely pursue their own development without integrating. Lands and natural resources are not just economic means for indigenous peoples. They are means of them continuing as peoples, as cultures, as part of the cultural diversity and richness of our world. For instance, we estimate that out of the approximately 6,000 languages spoken in the world today, 4,000 are spoken by indigenous peoples. And if one looks at the map of the world, one sees that the linguistic diversity in our world coincides with the biodiversity of our world. So we have to think of what it means. Indigenous issues, indigenous peoples are of global interest. We are all together in this as humanity, because by protecting and being together with indigenous peoples, we are protecting the cultural human heritage and the biodiversity of our world.
More and more governments realize that included in the right of culture, they must pay attention to the land. I foresee that this is the problem that we will be facing, but it is also the key if we can't solve this problem, we will have the conflicts going on.
The land is the land. It's our blood. We cannot live, nobody can accept live his blood like that, or his land like that. No.
One of the important things is to try to find a way to build confidence between the indigenous and the non-indigenous sectors in every multinational, multi-ethnic, or multilingual society. And one would be very important step in this regard, namely to create an efficient mechanism at home in which the indigenous people will be represented in terms of equality with the non-indigenous section of the society.
The main problem facing indigenous peoples within their homelands is the right to exist as peoples. As peoples, they would have the opportunity or the availability of time and land to define their future. I think that self-determination is the essence that explains this entire realm of existence of indigenous peoples to survive. Self-determination would be defining the right to define themselves culturally or economically, politically, within wherever their homeland is. Currently, this has been denied by the colonizers. The colonizers are really defining ways to limit the rights of the possibilities of indigenous peoples. And so, through the document of the United Nations declarations, the right to self-determination is really the crux of the whole document. And it's something that indigenous peoples are fighting for.
I encourage all relevant parts of the UN system to build partnerships and assist the Permanent Forum in implementing its mandate.
The Permanent Forum is this very special body. For the first time at the United Nations, we had this type of body where indigenous experts sit at the same level, around the same table with the governmental experts. 8 indigenous nominated, 8 government nominated, and they have to make recommendations and decisions based on their common wisdom. This is what the forum is about. It is at a very high level, but it brings together this dynamic, the indigenous dynamic and the governmental dynamic together. It has an amazing input from indigenous peoples themselves. It has the highest participation of all actors, governmental, non-governmental, at any of the sessions of a regular body of the United Nations. It is a catalytic nodal point, the Permanent Forum, that meets every year to catalyze action during the session, during the year, and much beyond.
I am mindful of the prominent role that indigenous peoples themselves play in this Permanent Forum, which puts them at the forefront, representing their own interests, articulating their concerns, and proposing solutions to resolve them.
The Permanent Forum is a subsidiary organ, and it's an advisory body to the Economic and Social Council. And the mandate of the Permanent Forum is in 6 areas, which is education, health, culture, human rights, environment, and social and economic development. So those 6 areas are the areas in which the Permanent Forum, as an advisory body of the United Nations, should advise ECOSOC how to deal with indigenous issues in these particular areas of concern.
Its work is to be done in 3 major ways. One is to give recommendations to the UN system. The second way is to raising awareness about indigenous issues and also promoting coordination and the mainstreaming of indigenous issues. And the third, by producing relevant material.
One of the chief messages is to ensure that indigenous peoples who were previously marginalized and often left out of things are included in everything that we do.
Yo creo que es una gran vergüenza para los gobiernos y para las Naciones Unidas que no incluyeron dentro de las metas